Stop for a moment and ask yourself, are all your thoughts really your own? Because right now, someone could be bending your emotions, shaping your decisions, and planting ideas inside your head without you even realizing it. This isn't science fiction, it's psychology. Politicians do it, advertisers do it, even the people closest to you might be doing it. In this video, I'll expose 15 psychological manipulation tactics so powerful. They can steal your free will right out of your hands. And I promise you this, once you see them, you'll never look at people, or even yourself, the same way again. Stay with me, because tactic number 15 isn't just dark, it's terrifying. It explains why we choose to obey, even when we know we're being controlled. Tactic 1. Gaslighting. Gaslighting is a brutal trick where someone makes you question your own reality. Imagine this. You're sure you left your phone on the table, but they say, "What? You never put it there. You're imagining things." They repeat it again and again until you start doubting your own memory. Once you no longer trust yourself, they own you, because if you don't believe your own mind, you're forced to believe theirs. Tactic 2. Love bombing. They flood you with affection, compliments, and attention. At first, it feels like a dream. They make you feel special, like you finally found someone who sees you. But then, the warmth vanishes. They go cold, distant, unrecognizable. Suddenly, you're addicted, chasing that high of their love, desperate to earn it back. That's not love. That's a weapon. Tactic 3. The foot in the door trick. First, they ask for something small, just one little favor. You say yes. No big deal. But here's the trap. Your brain now feels obligated to stay consistent with that yes. So the next request is bitter and bitter, until you're doing things you swore you never would. It all started with that harmless little yes. Tactic 4. Guilt tripping. Manipulators know the heaviest chains aren't made of steel. They're made of guilt. After everything I've done for you, you can't even do this one thing? That's how they trap you, by turning your kindness against you. You end up obeying, not because you want to, but because you don't want to feel like a bad person. They don't carry weapons. You become their weapon. Tactic 5. Fear appeals. It's the fastest shortcut into your brain. Politicians whisper, "If you don't vote for us, chaos will come." Marketers scream, "If you don't buy this, your family isn't safe." When fear strikes, logic shuts down. You stop questioning. You just obey. That's why fear has been the manipulator's favorite tool since the dawn of time. Tactic 6. The scarcity effect. Think about this. You don't even want the product until you see the words "only 2 left in stock." Suddenly, it feels priceless. Not because it actually is, but because your brain is wired to panic when something seems rare. Manipulators know this. They create fake scarcity, fake countdowns, fake limited editions, just to make you rush into choices you'd never make if you had time to think. Tactic 7. Silent treatment. Silence isn't empty. It's a weapon. When a manipulator suddenly ignores you, it stings. You feel abandoned, desperate to know what you did wrong. Your brain craves their attention like oxygen. And so you bend, you beg, you obey, just to get them to talk again. The cruel truth. They were never silent. They were screaming one message the whole time. I own your peace of mind. Inc. Tactic 8. Triangulation. Ever notice how manipulators drag a third person into every conflict? Instead of talking to you directly, they say, "Even Sarah thinks you're overreacting." Suddenly, you feel outnumbered, cornered. That's triangulation. By bringing in another person, real or imagined, They shift the balance of power. You're no longer fighting one person, you're fighting two. Tactic 9. Projection. They lie, then call you the liar. They cheat, then accuse you of being unfaithful. That's projection. They dump their darkest flaws onto you so they don't have to face them themselves. And here's the evil genius of it. While you're busy defending yourself from false accusations, they walk away, guilt-free. Tactic 10. Intermittent reinforcement. This is the same trick slot machines use in casinos. You never know when the reward is coming. Sometimes you get love, sometimes rejection, sometimes silence. Your brain becomes addicted to the unpredictability. You keep chasing because maybe next time you'll finally win. Toxic people use it in relationships all the time, and it works because unpredictability is the strongest leash of all. Tactic 11. The authority effect. People obey lab coats. People obey uniforms. People obey titles. This is the authority effect. The belief that if someone looks powerful, they must be right. The most disturbing example? In the infamous Milgram experiment, ordinary people shock strangers with deadly electricity, just because a man in a white coat told them to. That's the terrifying power of authority. Tactic 12. Social proof. Humans hate standing alone. If everyone else is doing it, we feel we should too. That's social proof. Crowds clap because others clap. People laugh at unfunny jokes because others laugh first. Manipulators weaponize this by creating fake popularity, fake likes, fake followers, fake applause to trick you into joining in. Because your brain whispers, if everyone believes it, it must be true. Tactic 13. Anchoring. Anchoring is when your brain gets stuck on the first piece of information it hears. A salesman shows you a $5,000 watch. You say, that's insane. Then he shows you a $1,000 watch. Suddenly, it feels like a bargain, but it's not. The anchor tricked you. Manipulators know once the first number is set, everything else feels small in comparison. Tactic 14. The illusion of choice. Do you want the red pill or the blue pill? That's the illusion of choice. It feels like freedom, but in reality, both options lead where the manipulator wants. Parents use it on kids. Do you want broccoli or spinach? Politicians use it. Marketers use it. You think you've chosen, but you never really had a choice. Tactic 15. Learned helplessness. The most dangerous. This is the most devastating tactic of all. Learned helplessness is when someone convinces you resistance is pointless. Like the experiment with dogs. They were shocked over and over until they stopped trying to escape, even when the cage door was left wide open. Toxic people do this too. They break you down until you stop fighting back. You don't escape, even when freedom is right in front of you. These 15 tactics aren't just tricks, they are weapons. They're used in politics, advertising, relationships, workplaces, everywhere humans interact. And here's the scariest part. The more you think you're immune, the easier you are to control. But knowledge breaks the chains. Now that you can see these tactics, you're no longer blind. So ask yourself, when you make your next choice, is it really yours? Or did someone else already make it for you?